Welcome children. In this class I am going to discuss about the Armstrong number. First of all, what is the Armstrong number? Armstrong number is a number that is equal to the sum of cubes of its digit. Sum of cubes of its digit. Okay, here is the given sum Armstrong number examples, that is 153, 370, 371 and 407. These are the Armstrong number. Let's try to understand why 153 is an Armstrong number. Let's see here 153. So according to definition, number that is equal to the sum of cubes of its digit. So digit is the 1, 5 and 3 is a digit. So 1 cube, 5 cube and 3 cube. So 1 cube is 1, 5 cube is 125 and 3 cube is 127. Then addition of these cubes digits is the equals to the 153. That is your original number. It's a 153. Sum of the cubes of the digit is equals to the original number. So it's a Armstrong number. Okay. Let's see the program of Armstrong number. Let's see the program of Armstrong. Here I am using BlueJ method. So we start with class name Armstrong. Then main method, public static void main. In main method I am passing here variable int n. Means that number we have to check number is Armstrong or not. Here we take one variable s is equals to 0. This s variable is used to store the sum of cubes of its digit. Okay, it is used to store the sum of cubes of its digit. Here I am taking one more variable, that is num, and we assign the n value in num. Why we do this? Because according to definition, sum of the cubes of the digit equals to the original number. So here in n variable we having the original number, but when we using that variable in loop, the value of the number will be reduced. The value of number will be reduced. So we have to copy the original number in other variable for the comparison. Okay, we have to copy the original number value in other variable for the comparison at the last, because here we have to compare the original number and sum of the digits. Okay, so here we are do this process num is equals to n. So n value, original n value, copy to the num variable. After this we start the while loop. Why we are starting while loop? Because we don't know the number of iteration. If we know the number of iteration, means how many times our loop is repeated, then we are using the for loop. But here we don't know the number of the iteration of the loop, so we are using the while loop. While loop is a unfixed loop and for loop is a fixed loop. Fixed loop means number of iteration time, you know that. So you are using the for loop, means 1 to 10, 1 to 5. But in while loop we don't know the number of digit. Maybe number of digit 4, maybe number of digit 5, maybe number of digit 3. So we don't know the number of digit. Or when we are using to extract the digit or separate the digit, then we are using while loop. Okay, here we have to separate the digit. First time 1, we want 1, then 5, then 3. So we are separating, we are extracting the digits. So we are using here while loop. Okay, so we start here while loop. Initial value is given here, then next is the condition. This loop executed till n is not equals to 0, means number value is not equals to 0, then your loop is repeated. Here I am taking one more variable. This variable is used to store the remainder value. Here is the mod sign. Na? Mod sign is used to store the remainder value. Okay. Let's see example of 153. If your number value is 153. So according to this, 153 is not equals to 0. This condition is true. Control comes to here, and here it will stores 10 153 divided by 10. So it's a one time, that is 10, then 5 and 3, then 5 time, it's a 50, then 3. So remainder value is 3. In our variable it will stores 3. Clear? Next time here is the s is equals to s plus r into r into r. We are using here 3 times multiplication of r. Why? Because we need to the cube. Okay, we need to the cube. So here s, initial value of s is 0. Initial value of s is 0. So 0 plus r value is 3. So 3 into 3 into 3 is equals to 27. Okay, when we multiply r, means 3 into 3 into 3, so it will produce 27. Result is 27. So first time s value is 27. Clear? S value equals to 27. After this, n is equals to n divide 10. N divide 10. Divide 10 means it will store the quotient value. 153 when we divided by 10, so it's a 1 time 10, 53 5 times, and here 50, remainder is 3, but quotient value is 15. Quotient value is 15. So here we get 15. Okay, now see, this process is the update statement. It reduced the n value. Okay, our original n value is 153, but according to using this statement, we get the reduced value, means 3 is out and we get the only 1 and 5. Clear? Here is the loop close. Then control again comes to here and check. Now n value equals to 15. So 15 is not equals to 0. Again this condition executed. Now when we 15 divided by 10, so it will get the remainder value is 5. Okay, next time remainder value is 5. So here s, next statement, s is equals to s plus r into r. Now r value is 5. So this statement 5 into 5 into 5, and s value is, in first iteration we get the s value is a 27. So next statement should be 27 plus 5 into 5 into 5, it's 125. Okay, this is the next statement. After this, 27 and 125 is equals to 152. Okay, next statement is n is equals to n divide 10. So n value is 15. When we divide 10, so its a quotient value is equals to the 1. Okay, quotient value equals to the 1. So now n value is 1. This statement, 1 is not equals to 0. This condition is true. Control comes to here and comes to here is the n mod 10. So n value is 1 and we divided by 10, so 10 is the largest as comparison to 1, so it's a 0 time. Okay, and 0 here, remainder value is 1. Okay, so here n value means r value is equals to 1, remainder value is 1. After this, here is the s value. We already get the s value is 152, then plus r value is now 1. So 1 into 1 into 1 is equals to 1, is equals to 153. Okay, after this, n divide 10, so n value we get 1. So when we divided by 10, so it's a quotient value 0 time 0 and it's a 0, remainder value is 1 but quotient value is 0. Here we are using divide sign, so n will store 0, quotient value is 0, so n value is 0. When n value is 0, control comes to here and check this condition. Here is the condition, n is not equals to 0, but here your n value is equals to 0. Then control come out from the loop. Okay, control come out from the loop. Here is the s, one more condition, s is equals to num. So s value you get 153. S value is 153. So 153 is equals to, and num value already you having 153. So this condition is true. Control comes to here and it will print number. Num means num value is 153. 153 is Armstrong. Okay, if this condition is false, then control comes to else part and print num, means num value is not Armstrong. So it's a simple program of Armstrong number. I hope this program is clear to all of you. If you are having any problem related to the program, kindly ask me. Okay, this is the program of Armstrong number. Okay, thank you for watching.